Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your man, Hunter Grand, your personal agent for change, making life easy, Barzini.
And I'm Fempreneur Extraordinaire and Tech Diva all day, Dre Renee.
And this is the Crossroads, where there's only one rule.
Be free to be you. I'm a director, producer, talent.
She doing
Come
it
get
all.
whatever you want.
She's like,
Sliding into home base at
right.
6 on the dot.
Oh, that was pretty funny. And I thought, and my finger was on it too. I was like, oh wait, is it all right? I almost muted myself. Oh Lord, let me turn my volume up in the headphones. I'm down all the way to 19.
Oh boy.
All right, there we go.
You
Now,
got to
now
be
I
able
got.
to hear me.
Yeah. I need to be able to hear you.
Hey
So,
Jeff, come on. Be here. Be here early and on time. I love
what's buzzing, cousin?
it.
Yeah, Jeff be working evenings. We be getting them through.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Oh, this is a fine time for my eyes to start burning.
Oh no.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, and I can't see without my glasses. I'm like Thomas J now.
Oh,
Oh. Where's his glasses? He can't see without his glasses.
his glasses.
Yep, that age will start getting to you. I'm sexy though.
And that's all that matters.
First of all, I love how you didn't agree.
What? I didn't say no, you're not. I said that's all that
I know.
matters.
No, it was a very creative way to affirm without confirming.
Oh, I was like, yeah.
Listen, that's some shit that I would do. Like, I probably would have been like, yeah, okay. Amen. Amen.
Amen. Now that's rude. I'll never do
Oh,
that.
listen, we used to mimic our bishop when he was pastor at the time. We always can tell when somebody, when somebody's always up in pastor face and they trying to be funny and da 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 da. And he had the fakest little laugh when he was trying to be polite. He'll be like, hey,
My mom
man.
talks about me all the time. She's like, I can tell when you're not really fooling with somebody because you'll hit them with that fake laugh. What's that? She's like, I'm like, I don't sound like that. But she catches whenever I do it. She's like, that one right there.
You kind of do.
Dang.
Yeah. It's like that. It's a light little laugh. Because when you laugh heartily.
Right.
Like you have a laugh, but you're like, and I'm like,
the two of you. The two
right.
of you.
Yeah, I know when you laugh. We be on the show laughing. But somebody be like,
God.
oh, girl, da, 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 da. You be like,
Well, there you go.
I mean, you could
I
be
guess
like
that the
Maisha.
secret's out.
Right. You could be like Maisha and just not laugh.
Just not laugh, right?
At all. She'll be like, all right,
Oh,
moving right along.
moving right along.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
All right. Well, we here.
We here. So I guess we should probably pay the bills. I'm just going to name this right now. We might have to go to your camera for a second so I can watch. I don't know. My eyes are on fire right now.
You
Not
need to be
yet.
out?
Not yet.
Oh,
No, I just probably need to
You
go
need to
like
be out?
rinse them off or something. Like
Oh,
y'all,
okay.
we've had technical difficulties, but not with our eye. Like they are
Oh,
burning right now.
okay. Well, I can take care of the business, and you can go ahead and
Oh, so we
take
gonna
care
we
of
gonna you
yourself.
gonna do sponsors? Why?
Yeah, I'll take care of all of that, and then you just come back when you're ready.
All right, I'll
Okay.
be right back. Go ahead. So do
All
sponsors, and
right.
I'll be
All
right back.
right. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got the screen. Hi. All right, so we are going to announce our sponsors for the weekend. They're really no strangers to the show. That is the House of 334. It's the house. For all your business branding and copywriting needs, please go to houseof334.com. I'm not Barzini, but he would say they are Black owned, Black woman owned, and they are phenomenal, right? And get there fast because the house will fill up. And when the house is full, there's no room at the end. So please make sure that you visit our sponsor. Also, the Crossroads is sponsored by the Crossroads, right? And so we have an opportunity for you to go to bit.ly/the Crossroads and donate what you can. A little, a lot, jingles, folds. We love it all. And we are accepting it here at that bit.ly. Also, if you have an idea for the show, you want us to talk about something, you want to come on and talk about something, go ahead and hit us by email at crossroadspodcast@gmail.com. Crossroadspodcast@gmail.com. Every Tuesday, you're able to see us here, the Crossroads Live. So we have a pre-recorded podcast. Season 2 is starting very soon, but every week you're able to catch us here live as we talk about pop culture, social media stories, things that make us laugh, things that make us tilt our head a little bit. All right. Barzini's back. He's like, get off my soapbox and I'll let you, continue.
You was doing
Good
awesome.
job.
I was,
All right, tell them to subscribe. That's the last thing.
Oh, okay. So look, y'all are watching us on YouTube. Make sure that y'all go down and subscribe. That helps us out so much. Dre just mentioned donations, y'all. We do appreciate that, but subscriptions help us even more than the donations. This is a labor of love, but love ain't free. And if you think it is, go tell your landlord that you love them. So shout out to the tag team with the sponsorships this week. I think I got my eyes back mostly.
I hope so, because yeah, that's
I've
pretty
never
dangerous.
had to stop the show for like it's
If you're eating something, if you maybe did you cook with pepper or some sort of something put in your eyes?
I mean, I season my food.
So that could have been it.
It could have been, but yeah. I made some shrimp fried rice, y'all. Y'all we be trying to get to this show on Tuesdays is a day
Tuesday went from like nothing at all, which
to
made it ideal, to like now everybody wants things
everything.
done on Tuesdays. I don't know.
All right. Lord knows where Dre is on any given Tuesday in the world.
Child, any given Tuesday.
And for me, it's first day of school.
Maybe we need to go back to Thursday.
I don't know. I don't know. Like, yeah,
Tuesday, we go through
yeah,
it. But
yeah,
we're here. We
yeah.
are here, and we're glad to be here with you
And not
guys.
only that, we are here for y'all. So
Absolutely. Tell a friend. Share
yeah,
the stream.
share the stream. Tell somebody to subscribe right now. So let's go ahead and jump into our topics this week because yeah,
Yeah.
it's been an interesting week on the interwebs.
It has. It has. And so, there's one topic that always comes around. I don't know if it ever leaves, right?
The last
And
time I
that,
remember talking about it was August 24th, 2021.
oh gosh, you know exactly the date.
Well, I saw the episode this morning.
You that was pretty good.
Hey.
So that's almost 2 years ago. Yeah, every now and again on social media it comes up, but I'm just, let's just introduce it. So the WYD text, right? For those of you who are unfamiliar, and I don't think there's anybody that's unfamiliar, right? That's the what you doing text. And there are women on record on social media amongst their friend groups that are like, don't WYD me, right? Don't send me a text with WYD. I'm not going to respond, or it makes me see you in a certain way. It looks like you're lazy. You're not going to take any effort in getting to know me or pursue me or court me or whatever lingo you may use. And so they don't like it. They don't like it. The girls don't like it. They do not like the WID text. Now, I'll say, as a woman, I don't even remember this being a thing, and I think that might be the issue. Like,
Because it
and
was.
this is not shade, but if you are my age or older and you're still dating, it's probably rubbing you the wrong way, because these are not things that we dealt with when we were in our teens and 20s and what. I mean, we didn't even really have text like that, let alone like text lingo. So like abbreviations and HBDs and all this kind of stuff is probably just like, you know, you old. That's just
Like,
I
I'm
think that's
listening.
what it is.
I'm gonna be
Because I don't know why we get so unhinged about it. Because if somebody typed out, what you're doing or what are you doing, would the response be the same? I'm not sure. Is it just because it's abbreviated? Is it because it's more modern lingo from like young people and you feel like, oh, you too old to do that? Like, I'm not
there.
really sure what it is. If you're watching us right now or even later, please get in the comments, give us some feedback while because look at Barzini, so he's disgusted.
I'm
So
listen.
I'm just trying to give you an opportunity to share before he
Before,
leaps in there.
because listen. Tuesdays are for Red Bull. Number one. I mean, let's let y'all know. I've had a day. I'm drinking a Red Bull, so I'm ready for all the smoke. If y'all gonna be in the comments with this, right?
Yeah, I just want to know, ladies or gentlemen, what do you think about WYD text? Again, I don't recall my husband ever using that, but I don't know that I would have cared one way or the other. But let's hear from you all. But you go ahead while they're typing. You go on and give us what you got. I'm gonna
It's
take a sip.
stupid. That's what I got. It's stupid. It's fucking dumb. All right. And no shade to my friends, but like sometimes your friends say dumb shit. I'm sorry.
Mm,
It's what it is, right? Like, y'all. So, and here's the thing. It's it's not a thing, right? You know why you don't
mm.
remember it being a thing? Because it never was a thing.
It's not a thing.
It's
Mm-mm.
like all of a sudden people on social media was like, oh, don't WID, and people jumped on this WID, don't do it bandwagon, and now all of a sudden people are fake ass irritated about it. Like, knock it off. You know what I'm saying? And then to
Yeah.
sit here talking about like,
This is good. I don't mean to interrupt you, but I want to point this out. This is my thought about it, right? Like texting is a way to get to somebody quickly. And isn't it a way to kind of be succinct in your thoughts versus I can actually call you or email you or whatever the
right.
lengthier version is? So
I
I
mean,
wonder.
so we went from like first there before texting was, even really a thing. I can remember the phone that I had when texting first caught on,
Oh,
right?
you
It
had
was,
to
yeah, right.
uh, uh.
So as a matter of fact, I remember where I was when I first discovered I could do it, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take y'all back a little bit to two ways, right? So before two ways, texting wasn't a thing. You was like, oh, so you had your regular pagers, then alphanumeric pagers came out. Like, oh, I could get a message on my pager. Then
Yeah.
after alphanumeric, that's when the two-way started coming to where you can type the message. Da, da, da. That was the birth of texting, is when we had the two ways, right? So then I had a black Verizon flip phone. I was in the parking lot at SC. You right? I'm at
Hey, I don't.
parking lot B, as a matter of fact. Parking lot
Mm-hmm.
B, SC. I don't remember if it was after step practice or whatever, but I just remember sitting in the car
Probably. Because
and
who's
then
at parking structure
because of
B?
B. Yeah, yeah. That's why we use parking structure B, because
Yeah.
nobody was in B.
Nobody was there. Uh-huh.
So sitting there, and then I was like, oh, because I didn't say text. I remember it said T9 down there at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was like, oh, I can two-way from my phone. That, like, I literally said that I can two-way from my phone. Texting wasn't even the verbiage yet, right?
Yeah, it was too late.
So then everybody called on, and now everybody's texting and everybody's excited. Then years and years later, oh, don't text me if we just gonna text all day. Like, now texting is just forbidden in general,
Text me, child.
right?
I
Now,
prefer.
if you can't call me, if we can't talk on the phone, okay.
Mhm.
Now it's like, first don't text you. Now it's, if I do text you, this is how to text. Ma'am, ma'am.
I just wonder what it means or what we are making it mean.
So in that particular thread that you and I were both on, they're talking about, oh, it's like a lack of effort. And so I shot a video. I don't know if you caught it, but I did a video of what are you doing and WYD. And guess what? It was actually faster to say, what are you doing, because of predictive text. So and then I comment, I was like, so this is effort to y'all. Like, it just, what are you doing? Right. And then, but it didn't come, WYD didn't come up in my predict one because I don't say it that often. But guess who does say it? And we said this on the show. So for those who didn't see that episode a long time ago, first of all, the post was like, oh, grown men shouldn't be saying WYD, right? And I asked specifically, why are we making a distinction? What is it about men saying WYD versus women? I was like, are we saying that there's a difference between that, or are we saying women don't do it? Because I can trump that quickly, right?
Right. And I was like, yeah, don't nobody use that.
And
receipts.
And we even say on the show, listen, ladies, Dre stays trying to defend y'all. She's been standing with y'all for years, but y'all don't help her out. Y'all don't help her out. So we're on the show and she was like, yeah, who does that? I was like, oh, well, I'll show you. So I searched WYD on my phone from my incoming text messages. And at the time, I don't know how many it is now, but at the time, it was about
a lot.
150.
100. Yeah.
It was over 100 WYDs from women. One, because ain't no dudes texting me with WYD for one.
Well, that part. And I honestly thought the WYD was a man thing. I didn't even realize women were doing that. So that's why I was like,
women don't realize they're doing it. See, because like, you know why?
You got that sleepy.
It's not. It's like sometimes you're just unconscious of certain things. Like, I was like, y'all do it too. But you know, we got the whole constitution of things men aren't supposed to do now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, then you hear the argument where, oh, well, they never have anything to say after that, or there's no plans after that. And I've said before, why does there have to be plans? Right.
Right. Yeah. What if he wants to just know,
what are you doing?
what are you doing?
Yeah. So
that might give him some intel that he didn't have before. I like, what Jasmine is saying, that we, pick and choose things to just, get upset about at the end of the day. And I think someone said it in the thread that we were in, like, if you're not feeling somebody, right, it's going to be like, they're breathing.
You froze for a second, so back up.
I'm sorry. Saying? No, I was saying, if you don't really care for somebody, everything they do is going to get on your nerves. Like, they can be breathing and
you're like, oh, what? Oh my God. Just taking up all the air.
All the oxygen. So I think there's a difference between that, and ladies, feel free to correct me. If there's somebody that you like that does it versus somebody that you may not necessarily care for. Also, the people that say they hate it, I feel like they're the only ones experiencing it, because I'm like, I don't know that this is a discussion anywhere but social media, really. But like in my friend circles, I don't know that I've heard, my girlfriend's like, this nigga hit me with the WYD. Like, I don't.
And so here's the crazy part, because at the same time when we were having the discussion and people were like, I don't, right? When I sent you the screenshot, like, we didn't post a screenshot, but I sent Dre the screenshot, and there were literally people who were talking about they hated, they were in the comments talking shit. But
that was the worst part of it all. I was like,
they were the ones.
Oh no. It's you,
right? I mean,
loud
and proud, and if she's looking at the screenshots, text to me from them, WYD.
And also now I need to know what else happened after they said WID. Did they have plans for you, or did they just have?
No, no. Uh,
I'm
like,
being silly.
but on a serious note, this is I feel like when we come up with petty shit to be upset about like that, because that's super petty, right? And then we make up this whole excuse as to why it is what it is. We find different ways to create barriers for ourselves to get what we want. Like, we say we want to date, we say we want this, but all we do is create barrier after barrier, and then, oh, it ain't no good men. Why? Because they say
Mm,
WYD. You feel me? Or and they were like,
mm,
oh, I just ignore it. So how are you? Then you're talking about there's no plans. How can you know if there's plans if you're ignoring it anyway, just because he said WYD? And these are the same ones
that's
that'll
a
be
good
like
point.
LOL, LMAO, BRB.
Yeah.
But so why is this
HBD.
why is this abbreviation so much different than every other abbreviation that we use in text? You know what
And
I'm
that's why
saying?
I'm wondering what is the underlying thing? What are we making it mean that it
Mhm.
likely doesn't mean? Because we also have talked about the difference in communication of men to women. So
Mhm.
whatever we can make it mean, that's probably not even what you mean when you text it. It's a
Mhm.
flat, what you doing? Now
Right.
some people it might be some extra this was implied, whatever, but for the most part you guys say what you mean and you find the shortest
Mhm.
route to get there.
Right.
Jeff says a lot of my lady friends that used to text me WID back in the day was mostly because they needed a favor. Uh-oh, there you go.
Right.
So it can mean something
Yeah.
different to somebody
No,
else.
because when I get that, what, especially if it's somebody that I don't talk to conversationally on text, you know what I'm saying?
And that's what I was getting at. I was like, I think, in some instances, depending on the time of night. Now I've heard that, right? Like you hit me with a WID at 2 in the morning, then yeah, unless that's the
Mhm.
arrangement y'all got, that might be a turn off. Like, really, I'm trying to get to know you. That's like an unsolicited DP. Like, don't do that. But other than that, it's 6:25 p.m. on a Tuesday and somebody wants to
Listen,
know what you're doing.
at my age, that could still be a booty call.
And
Because if
still be able to go, okay,
listen,
let's make it 12,
we
20. Oh,
gotta
it doesn't matter what time.
because that after a certain time, I'm finna go to bed. You're gonna have to catch me on the rebound.
Okay, well,
I
let's
wake
say
up at
it's
4 a.m.
breakfast
So
time. It's breakfast time. It's breakfast time. And
hey,
somebody hits you with a WID, you're not assuming that it's a booty call. So what then is the problem um,
yeah,
with
I don't.
that?
Yeah, I just feel like we stay making up stuff. And for what? Like, do you like the person or not? And I do agree with you. We make allowances for people that we like. I remember my daddy a long time ago. Like, he's a neat freak, like much like his. I'm my father's son. You already know how I am about cleanliness, right?
Mhm,
And putting stuff up. You leave something around this man's house. So he was dating somebody, like they leave a cup, a paper towel. Oh, he's going off. So it was this chick. He was like, she always leaving stuff around my house, and they're just going off. Right? I was like, Dad, you just don't like her. Like, it's okay. You just don't like her. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And so he forgot about this conversation. So he was dating somebody else, right? And I remember how he's just talking about her, and I was like, does she leave paper towels around the house? And he goes, I mean, sometimes. And I was like, does it piss you off? He was like, it don't bother me that much. I was like, okay, yeah, you like this one. He was like, what you
Mhm.
talking about? What you mean? And I was like, well, father.
Remember we?
Remember,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and so then when they start getting on his nerves, every little boy,
Everything gets on
she
your
can't
nerve.
walk quietly for nothing, just stomping all the way. I'm like, now
Hey,
her
okay.
footsteps.
Your footsteps bother me. Jeez. I'm
I,
telling you, it's certain
yeah,
things that it's not a problem, or you
right,
look past it, or you whatever. And
yeah.
then if you don't like them,
But
everything is a
right,
problem.
but sometimes we don't give ourselves an opportunity to like somebody because we're always trying to look at the logistics of dating and what it's supposed to mean. And for some reason, we have created this very narcissistic way of operating, as if this person who does not know you has to follow these unwritten and unspoken rules in order to get and maintain your attention. So I'm going to run you through this gauntlet of silly ass tests to see who this has. Nothing. WYD has nothing to do with his character, has nothing to do with his ability to support, provision, protection, any of that. It's just,
unless you make that mean that, like, if it's, you know, you text in abbreviations. So to me, I feel like you'll always take shortcuts in life, and
that's what they're trying to say. But yeah, but are you? So, but the thing is, what effort are you? You know what I'm saying, putting forth, right? And if your idea of effort is typing 3 words versus typing 3 letters,
yeah. And again, with men, you're
right,
probably not gonna get that.
Exactly. And like,
I mean, even if you get 3 words, that's probably all you're gonna get.
I had somebody upset with me because she sent me a picture. Well, I did ask for, I was like, you know, on the trip, I was like, hey, send me pictures, you know, of you on your trip or whatever.
Oh,
and yeah, not pictures.
I was just like, oh, okay.
I mean, hey,
some flicks.
Right. But I got the pictures, and I hearted the picture.
Oh, you didn't say, that's nice, you look great, I like this one.
It was a thing.
Hit the double tap.
I was like, oh yeah, she needed paragraphs. I was like,
we're different. We're different in that way. And if your love language is words of affirmation, then you know that's taking it a step further. So yeah,
I like being a dude, because if I post a picture and you like it, I'm like, hey, look, she hearted it, bro. Hey, look who hearted the picture, bro. She over here liking my pics. DMs, liking the other pic. We go
now. This is about to take us on a swerve, but you know, let's go for it. So if you say that, right, like, okay, a girl liking your pic to you, like, she likes me or she likes what she sees or what have you. So
are we talking men or me personally?
Let's just say men, but I was talking about you, but I'm using you as the example.
Okay.
So if we flip that, and men are liking women's pictures and in relationships, right? Like, what is the girlfriend, the wife, the significant other to make of you hitting the heart for somebody's picture, right? Like, if somebody hit the heart for you and you would be with your boys, like, oh shit, whatever. Is it not the same in reverse? Because the argument is like, oh, I just
yeah. I mean, but that's so no. Okay, so here's the thing. You don't decide what somebody makes of you liking the picture, right? So woman likes my pic, she might just think, hey, one, she can say, oh, this is a nice pic, or hey, Barzini's my friend, he posted a picture. Hey, friends, right?
Hey, friend. That's how I do it.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But
especially when you have your serious,
right.
Serious
so our response to someone liking our picture is direct. It is connected to the relationship with the person who liked it, right? So you've liked my post or my pic before, and I don't think anything of it. Dre liked my pic. You know, I ain't showing homies. Look, she married to my boy, and she still liking my pic. No. Like, it's nothing like that. It's she liked the pic. Now, if I like her or if I'm attracted to her and she like, yeah, I'm look, hey, 2 more likes and I'm in there, bro. I don't need 2 more likes.
2 more likes.
Right?
Hilarious.
But then you got somebody who will go down 9 weeks worth of your pics and like. And what do we do? Screenshot it like, oh, thanks for the love. I hate that too. Thanks for the love. It's such a you flexing, like, look at them, they all own me. They own me.
Yeah.
You know, the eyes of the
eyes emoji. Yeah. That might get you
I'll tell
Socked
them
in the
myself.
throat.
I do the eye thing, but I do that in the DMs. I don't typically do it like, oh, I don't really comment much anyway. I'll send it to you and say what I need to say. I don't like people in my business like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so
Mm-hmm.
people are like, why you don't post it publicly? Because I don't want to. How about that? Who
Right.
you
Right.
hiding from? I'm single. I don't have to hide from nobody. I still do it. Like, but yeah.
Okay.
So if you find somebody attractive, it's exciting when what I'm saying they
Say
like your
like your
pic
bit.
because it,
Mm-hmm.
it gives you a sense. It strokes the ego. Now they might just be like, I don't want you. I don't like you, but in your head. So it's like the reverse. So you find somebody like, hey, here's this beautiful woman, blah 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 blah. Like the pic, like 9 times out of 10, the pics that we're liking are of women we have never met and likely don't have a chance of meeting, right? All these
Mm-hmm.
IG models and blah blah. Like, when am I ever gonna see this chick?
What if
You
it
know what I'm
is
saying?
somebody you know?
Then somebody I know, like I'm sitting here with you. You see what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
and so like us being attracted to women didn't stop when we got to you, when we got with you.
I understand that. I don't think, and vice versa.
So
Women
it's
will
like, so
continue to be attracted
right.
to men. I think it's
But why we gotta walk around like okay.
okay. Okay.
This is
So
so here's
so.
so here's the equivalent. Here's the equivalent. Check this out. Check this out. Let's say now you remember when I was active doing poetry, right?
Mhm.
You know how the women was responding when, especially when spoken word, when all the loudest was the hot thing, and some dude get
Child.
up there and
Yeah.
and they right. And so even now, when you got some dude, he's not all shirtless or whatever, but he's saying something. My sisters, we gotta oh, like, share. Why? Because he is fulfilling your primary, which is emotional fulfillment, right? He's so caring. Oh, he gets it. I wish more men can be like this. That is the equivalent of men liking an ass picture, right? Because
Okay.
and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it it caters to your primary. I'm not saying women don't see a dude and think he's fine and all this other stuff, right?
Mhm.
But that is not your primary. Your primary is emotional fulfillment. Now tell me if I'm lying. You would sooner stay with a dude who's average looking but fulfills you emotionally versus a super handsome dude that leaves you emotionally empty. He's just sitting there looking good. Like, hey, it's me. He like, look, you mad at him. He's like, oh, you mad. And so instead of communicating with, let me take my shirt off, right? And,
Oh
and make my
Lord.
and make my pecs jump. What are you going to respond to? And I'm not talking about 20s version of you. I'm talking about like
Right. No, no,
40s
I
version.
understand. I understand what
Right.
you're saying.
So
I'm
somebody,
and I don't disagree. But what about men that wind up with women that aren't necessarily attractive?
well, what about? I mean, I think it's the same thing. So while you might be with the dude that fulfills you emotionally, it doesn't mean you don't see this fine dude over here and be like, right? So the thing is, I'm not gonna say that. I think
I know
dudes.
I get what you're saying. I guess in thinking about how the other person would receive it is all I'm saying.
Mhm.
I understand why it's done or maybe the thought processes that are happening while you do it, but it's just like, yeah, the eyes, the excessive liking, all of these things. Like, so what is really going through your mind? Is it really just like, oh, it's my friend so and so, or oh, this is a nice pick of so and so, or is it like, if I had the chance,
I mean, but
I'd be over there.
isn't that what attraction is for anybody on both sides?
If I had a No, you can actually find somebody attractive and not want to act on it.
No, no, I don't mean you want to act on it, but like physical attraction means under the right circumstances, this person could get it. Right? Like you're not gonna cheat on your husband, but
I
like
was like,
say,
wait, hold on.
right, no, like, hey, so here's an attractive dude, you're not married, whatever, whatever. This person is available, I'm available. Like, this is the type of person that I would smash,
Okay. Okay. I
right? Like
understand.
that's what we're saying, right?
Hmm.
woman and men like that's what attraction is. That's what physical attraction is. This person can get it. Right?
Okay.
Now, the difference is an attractive woman opens her mouth and she says something stupid. We like, okay, this is gonna be pretty easy. Right?
Jeez.
Dumb women usually talk their way into getting smashed quicker, whereas dumb men typically talk their way out of. Because women are because that emotional fulfillment. Like, I couldn't even I can't listen to him talk. He's stupid. Like, y'all can't take it because it's not your primary. You feel me? So, and then I could be lying. This is a generalization.
I could be lying.
Right, I could be lying. So don't quote me on this. This ain't one of them. But it's like, let's take a situationship. Women are more likely to catch feelings in a situationship than men. I'm not saying men don't, right?
Right.
Or women are quicker to vocalize it because men showing emotion is taboo. We can't act, even if we do catch feelings, we can't act like we done caught feelings and broke the rules. Like, I'm starting to, it does happen, but I think it's my belief it happens with women more. Right? But I again, that's not a hill I'm gonna die on. That's not no.
Right. I mean, that's been our experience. What we've seen, what we know to be true. In my own personal life, I definitely was the one that fell off first. So I get that, and I will say first because
later he was like,
and they come around.
Yeah, no, but we typically men's bad in that situation. You'll be in a situationship. It is what it is. I don't think men recognize that we've caught feelings until after, like, you've caught feelings, you realize it was going to be nothing. Now you're done. You've moved on. Now you had to separate yourself. And now it'd be like, wait a minute. I think I did have feelings.
Yeah.
Now let me try to circle back. I mean, I was just confused. You know what I'm saying? I was in a bad place. I didn't know what I wanted. I wonder if I've ever done that. I can't recall. I may have, but yeah,
it's a thing. It's a thing.
It's a thing. So
All right, well, WYD. I don't know.
More. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all that, ladies. If I've ever dated you, you've gotten that WYD. I'm not switching up. And no one has ever come. Like, if I've ever said it, I have never gotten the complaint. Don't be sending me that. Don't be.
Yeah.
Not never.
Have you ever been ignored? You ever not gotten a response to your WYD?
You know what? Here's the thing. I don't get so caught up in when someone responds to me. I don't know when I'm being ignored. Like when someone doesn't answer me, I just assume they was busy, or maybe they went to bed, or like she didn't text me back. I don't.
But you never tied that to I asked what they were doing, and then
and maybe that's arrogance because I know how I operate. I may take a long time to text you back, so I offer that same grace that I would like, so I don't get caught up in that part. So,
gotcha. Circle back. And also, okay, I act like I didn't even know you. Like, oh, really?
Yeah, I'll circle.
Like you said earlier, amen.
I will circle back and I'm gonna find somebody to circle back to, and I'm gonna pull up. Now what? You be like, I'm gonna hit him with that mace. I was just saying that to make you mad.
It worked. Just hopefully you with somebody who can get unmad.
Can you imagine having a conversation with Mace with his slow talking ass? Like
he's picked up the pace a little bit on the podcast.
Listen, bad boy Mace talks so damn slow. Yeah, so First of all, I love the song with Monifa. What was it? It was I look like I'm doing Hercules right here. Whatever. I'm like, wait a minute, let me stop doing that. That don't look right on camera. But oh yeah, hey son, remember that girl you said was 19? Yeah, she was not 19. How you know? I followed her to school. That's how I
Oh my lord!
this
Shout
look
out to Mace.
the shit we thought was cool back then. I'm like, wait a minute, you still tried to smash her though. How
Yeah,
many days can remember the
the
first time you
'90s.
tried to take a girl virginity and through the bush you lost your identity, you lost your cool because you ain't know what to tell. That's school. Let me stop. Yeah.
Mm.
But no, when you got to that part asking, did I touch your bra? When I said no, they say, ah.
Oh my god!
That was a
I
horrible
forgot that
thing.
whole
Uh-huh.
situation. I
Yeah.
forgot that.
Yeah. She was not 19. And you still went for her though.
Yeah,
Bad
yeah.
form, Mace. Bad form.
Bad form. Bad form. All
So,
right. Mace talk too slow for my attention span. Yeah,
mhm.
it's that
Right.
southern drawl.
And T O O, baby girl. TOO.
Right. That could have been a typo. Don't do her like that.
She got to represent, and that's my that's my sister, y'all.
Oh Lord.
Listen, people that are related to me and people that went to the same schools as me, I need
Gotta
y'all on.
represent.
You got
Gotta
to
rep-
represent.
gotta represent.
She probably flicking me off right now.
Probably.
Yeah. All right. So our next topic.
Yeah, you
She's
petty.
like,
That's rude.
I
That's rude.
she know I'm petty. She's known me her whole life.
Well, yeah,
um,
we'll just do a quick pit stop through here because the interwebs are up. Ciara's having baby number 4. Her
dang,
and
that's how
hubby.
many they got. Oh,
No,
it's her
her
number
her
4.
her fourth baby, right? But three, yes, three together,
Mhm,
but 4 coming out of her body.
mhm.
Shout out to Cece, out here pushing out babies and doing a 1-2 step at the same time. Like that was
Mhm.
her baby announcement. She's still getting it.
Oh,
And yeah,
okay,
congrats to the
okay.
Wilsons.
So much for celibacy, Russ. Listen,
Oh yeah.
he making up
Child.
for.
Now hashtag Boo ain't gonna be happy if y'all squad don't do nothing because
Look,
he's like all
I'm
he's doing
right,
is making
right,
babies.
exactly, because it ain't looking at film and practicing. And I was trying to stick around because he came over to the squad, but I'm still probably gonna be dating other teams.
Oh yeah.
Like, look, I mean, because Kansas City is, got my attention right now. I'm,
Oh, look at you.
unless they text me WYD, then I'm gonna be like, "Ah."
I'm gonna have to ignore you.
I'm gonna have to ignore. You're right,
I'm
right,
gonna have to
right,
ignore you. Super Bowl champs, I'm gonna have to ignore you.
right. So we got the new coach. We got Sean Payton over there. Let's see if he can get Russ right.
Hmm.
But yeah, bro's over there tripping. So
Yeah.
we got to do something at least in the AFC West. So I don't even know. But yeah,
Yeah.
shout out to the Wilsons. Um,
Yeah, I'm happy for him. I know people are still like, oh, if something happened, he gonna be looking crazy. It's like, look, they 3 kids deep at this point. So
and the future memes are coming. I heard you having your 4th child. Makes me think about the 4th time I broke your heart. I wish that we can go forth and patch things up.
he doing the circle back.
Right, 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 right.
He doing the circle back.
So I'm like, yeah, yeah. So I don't know. They haven't been making much buzz lately and everything else. And then there's still that
They've
whole
been
thing
real
where
quiet.
people think that men hate Russ. I'm like, nobody hates Russ. We just think he's a square. And he is, and it's okay.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
No, and
Squares be out here winning.
that's the thing. Like people think just because you call something like we said this, Russ represents what women want, right? First of all, you don't know Russ from a can of paint. You don't know what Russ like at home. So let's
No.
just keep that in mind, right? Because everybody, I want to know the prayer Ciara prayed. Careful what you pray for, because you don't
Man,
you don't know, right? Then it's like ain't nobody looking at Russ saying, "Oh, bro, swaggy, bro, cool." No one is. His teammates call him like he's a square. He is, right? It just is. We're not saying anything is wrong with that. Like that's just who he is.
Just
Yeah. Some say he's
call him a spade a spade.
Right. He's a simp. He is a simp. And guess what? That's okay. He's simping to us. You kind of gotta simp to for your wife. Like that's all right, you know. But let's call it what it is. Like, oh, bros. Now sometimes it can be a little extra with it, but you married. If you happy, she happy. Do you? You see what I'm saying? But just because we say it now,
because it just sounds so negative. It's not like, oh, you're in a loving relationship or you're happy. It's like, oh, you gotta be like a simp.
Like that's the difference between okay. So here's women. Let's say here's a beautiful woman, right? Women, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Oh, she's pretty. Girl, look at that ass. Like y'all, right? Y'all are talking about each other body parts. Y'all walk around grabbing each other boobs and stuff like that. Like, are these real? Y'all know, or be in the club and one y'all homegirl twerking. And y'all
no, I've seen it. You're right.
Yeah, you're doing all that, right? We don't do that, right? The closest to that we've ever done is when you go back to the 90s and you at the club and your boy is dancing with a girl, she throwing that back and he body rolling, and you hold your boy up, he leaning back and you hold him up, so he up like, yeah, get it. Right? That's about you remember that. You had the homeboy that's giving the assist. Oh my God. Right? You get a right, like he got his arms like you hold him up, get a dog, yeah. First time, you laugh because you remember.
Oh God.
Right? That's about as close as we're gonna get to that. But if you see a dude, like there could be a handsome dude, we're not allowed to say he's handsome, right? Now, as you get older, you know, you can kind of say, like, hey, no, that's a handsome brother right there. Like, bro, you tripping, you handsome, dog. You can say that when you're older. A little bit younger, there's like age lines. So the way dudes call another dude attractive, we say something like, I mean, chicks be on him. If you ask them, like, if you say, hey, my boy trying to holler at you, is he cute? I mean, he got hoes. He be getting hoes. Chicks be on him. He ain't never had no problem. Right? Okay. So we can't say, oh, he fun. Like y'all be like, my girl is fun. I don't have no, like how y'all be doing. Oh no, with Richie Monte be and all of my homegirls look good. I ain't got no ugly home. That's right. So now if a dude says, if you ask a dude if his boy is cute and he starts talking about his personality traits, I mean, he ugly.
He's not, right? He's not cute.
Okay. If we start talking about how funny he is, like, hey, he be having you rolling. No, he funny. No, how he look though, he funny.
No, how he look.
I mean, how he look. I mean, he a dude.
He's a good dude.
I ain't finna sit here and say how another dude look like when we start doing
that's the one. That's the one. That is the one.
I ain't finna sit here and talk about Koso.
That is how. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
Listen, we be trying to look out.
Y'all like, be dancing around it.
Yeah, we ain't gonna be. All right, look, I'm gonna keep it 100. Yikes! Don't bring that up. He funny, like, come on.
Hilarious.
And I got a few homeboys like that too. I can't never tell them that is them. I wonder if I've ever been the ugly homeboy. First of all, okay, look, the earlier part.
I don't think you have. No.
Okay, thank you.
I can't imagine that
you didn't disagree fast enough. Look, we're gonna keep it on here right now. That was.
I mean, I don't know who all you hanging with. Being the ugly homeboy don't mean that you ugly. Maybe you just not at the top of the list.
No, that's not what I need.
I can't imagine that you would be.
This is
because you're not ugly.
This is what I need. Bars, okay. You have never been the ugly homeboy.
Bars, you have. I don't even call you that. You have never been the ugly homeboy. Ever.
I was just wondering. I appreciate that, best friend. Like, all right. Yeah.
That's what I'm here for. Oh, cousin said I used to be. Trust me, it's not fun at all. Well,
Cause
shout out to coming out of that. He's
cause
like, used to be.
first of all, no, you were a handsome dude.
I'm
You
gonna say, if
always have
you
been.
family, y'all got the same
Oh, we got. I'm
genes.
gonna tell him he handsome. That's my
Oh,
blood.
okay.
Like, nah,
Say,
I don't
he
care. That's
dragging you back there.
that's my blood. I don't play that.
Oh God,
You
I
got my
love
blood
it.
running through your veins. You walk in there with your head up.
There
That's
you
what we
go.
call hashtag Hannons, even though he's a killer. Like,
Hashtag Hannon.
nah. Right.
Come on, confidence. I love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
Even if you don't got it, you better fake it, goddamn.
Mm. And there it is. And there it is. Well, lastly, before we get on and get out of here, Barzini brought to my attention that there's a story going around about
Bomba clot.
some women getting their groove back
Getting they
down in Jamaica on a raft.
look. You know what it make me think about?
Happy endings on their massages.
Right. So
And
first
I
of
might
all,
have been like, oh, maybe not. But he, look, here's the thing. Anytime he tells me something, I should just go, cool. Or, because anytime I'm like, nah, or what? Or he's going to send me video or photo evidence. And I probably could have done without the doggone evidence. Go ahead. This you.
okay, so look, y'all know. I'm pretty sure y'all seen the Jamaican Raft massages, where whatever that white, we gonna call it lotion. They rubbing it all on and massaging the cheeks, and women got their ass in the air and all this other stuff, and right. So I've always thought it's a bit much, but I'm a dude, and if I was working, I would. That's a job that I would want. So I might be hating a little bit. So I see this post talking about it, and apparently one of these massages went more with further than the massage. And then
Mm,
there's video. We're not showing the video clearly, but you can go
yeah.
on Twitter, or formerly Twitter, on X, formerly Twitter,
Still Twitter to me.
like I think it's hashtag Jamaican Raft, something like that. And the video
She was
is
getting a raft. My goodness.
right. Yeah, she was getting the raft. So basically, they getting it in on the raft or whatever. So then I see this post how somehow men are wrong and getting the third degree over what this woman tried to do, like, or did rather. Like,
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
how you
sure
guys
it's
are in
going
it.
I'm sure it's gonna be men out here sharing it, and like she could have gone without her business on the internet. I'm like, man, first of all, if you don't want it out there, don't do it, let alone you you smashed a masseuse on a raft in Jamaica and had it recorded.
It just sounds horrible.
So
You
number
smashed a
one,
masseuse on a
number
raft in
right.
Jamaica
So
and
one,
recorded it.
let's just say you didn't know you were being recorded. Okay, who are you on this raft with? Because it's a raft. I don't imagine there's a whole bunch of room, and that you would be on the raft with somebody
Yeah,
that
it's
you
not a
don't
boat.
know outside
Hmm.
of the right. So you doing this, and the angle, they had to be facing you to record it. It wasn't behind your head.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you right. And then there was another comment. Oh, I question consent.
Well, the video I saw didn't look like
She was
non-consent.
under, it didn't look like she was under duress. What he go? You gonna let me do this or I ain't taking you back on it? Like, come on, man. Like, y'all,
Yeah.
listen, I just need people to heal. Like, whatever. I'm not shaming you for whatever you've gone through, but a
That's the
lot of that
tweet
is
I
like,
saw was like the girls are down bad if this is, kind of the stuff that we're doing. But
right.
I mean, maybe it's always been done, to your point. Maybe now it's just being
There's
recorded and put
cameras.
on,
Cause like
social
here's
media.
like, okay, I'm gonna keep it 100. Have I always been the greatest dude in relationships or talking to somebody? I've been the cheater, cheated on, and cheated with. All right.
Mm,
I've been in all three phases. And this whole narrative, oh, why do men cheat? Da, da, da. Listen, if men cheat so much, here's a question. who are we cheating with? And are we lying to all of these women that we're cheating with? Now, let's say there's this sect
No, you told us it was
of
A and B and the C, or the
oh yeah.
X, the
There's a
Y, and the Z.
methodology. There's a methodology to it, but but that's just my operating, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But in general, we not lying to these women. There's some that we do lie to, right? Yeah, like,
Mhm.
but then there's those who realize they don't have to lie and they keep it 100, like, hey, I'm married. Hey, I got a girl.
Yeah,
This is what it is.
that's true.
Blah, 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 blah. And the majority of times that if I was doing dirt, I've never lied about my status. I mean, that's saying never. I don't recall ever lying about my status,
Okay.
right? So it's always been known because I've always said I want to give the other women. I'm definitely not, I wasn't giving my girl the choice, but I'm gonna give you the choice, right?
Mhm.
Because one, this is what I knew. As soon as you mess with somebody, she now has the power, right? So
Mhm.
you gotta keep her happy. You gotta keep it copacetic. You can't be out here fooling with her heart, right?
Mhm.
Because at minimum, you can always fall back on, well, you knew. I didn't
Yeah.
lie to you, right? Like I didn't deceive you.
Mhm.
Secondly, I need those women to stop. You can't scream, oh, well, women always know. Women are always a step ahead. Women's intuition, and then talk about how much you get lied to. Where did
Mm.
where did like which is it? Like if men are horrible liars, like we always hear, when men are sloppy, men are this, women have this intuition, women are so smart, much smarter than men. Okay, cool. Then how are we able to deceive you then? Here's what we're not deceiving you.
This evening, yeah.
We're not, right? So Danny Glover had in Death at the Funeral, he says, I thought it was a hilarious quote. He was like, women are way smarter than we think they are, just not nearly as smart as they think they are.
Mm. Mhm.
Right? So no, women are not dummies by a long shot. So don't sit here and act like we can just tell you any lie and I just like y'all like in the society we live in, y'all really just walk around believing us.
Well, I mean, there two things can be true at the same time. There are definitely women who get blindsided and,
True.
have absolutely no idea these things are going on. And then there are instances where we willingly walk ourselves into situations that we know are not the best, hoping for a different outcome,
Mhm.
right?
But
Or
what do you think the
allowing
majority of those
somebody.
two are? What do you think the majority of those two? The deceived
That's
or
hard because I've been on both. So I
uh,
yeah, I can't speak for majority. I
uh-huh.
I feel like at a point the majority is the latter because we'll return, right? Like it may be a overwhelmingly large group of people who get deceived for the first time, but we will walk ourselves back into that. And at that point in time, I feel like, you holding a weapon on yourself. So I don't know which one is more. But I think as we get older, there are things that should inform us, right? And we
Mhm.
don't necessarily always, um, take those things to heart or move accordingly.
Uh-huh.
We'll operate on hopes and wishes. Um, we will allow ourselves to be deceived because yeah, somebody can tell you anything, but it's up to you whether or not you believe it. And if you know the character of the person, or if you've kind of had some interaction or you've seen this before and you go, well, it's going to be different with me. mm, mm,
Right.
right. So I'm just saying, because I've been there. I'm not trying to talk about anybody. I know what it
Mhm.
is for myself.
Yeah.
That your hopes and your wishes are in one direction, and so you allow yourself to kind of go deeper into it, thinking, oh, it's gonna turn, it's gonna swing back, it's gonna, he's gonna be different, whatever the case may be. And meanwhile, I assume you guys are on the other side thinking like, well, shoot, she's still here. It doesn't really give you a cause to be different
Mhm.
because
Yeah, I
it's like,
mean,
oh,
right. And if it is, I'm like, we still going home. But like these women, this woman, I didn't see multiple women in this video, is making the conscious choice to do what she's doing. Now, I've seen some talking about like, oh, she's married or she's cheating. I don't know if she's in a relationship or
Oh
married. And
yeah.
I didn't dive that deep in to see like her relationship status or if it's even mentioned or if people are just assuming. But
Mhm.
if we assume she's in a relationship or something like that, like, why can't we be hold the accountability there full stop instead of, oh, well, people's tripping and men do it all the time. This is just what men have been doing for, like, really, y'all, you sound like one of my seventh graders, like, oh, well, they were talking too. How come you only talking to me?
Mhm.
Right. But when
Mhm.
men are doing it or doing something, it's oh, y'all trash, y'all this, and this. And then we always seem to defend or justify a woman doing the same thing. And I'm
Yeah. Well,
like,
yeah. We just women don't want to be looking bad in public. That's the bottom line. So, we
everything don't
and I
need a
think
defense.
we understand kind of what that looks and feels like. And so I think women will cape for other women because, you know, it's like I wouldn't want it to be me. I don't know about the part of putting the blame or the onus on men, like, oh, men sharing the video or men, like, I don't know about any of that. But I think I understand, like, oh, how we do, like, oh, maybe she had too much to drink, or maybe she wasn't really in her right mind. Like, you're trying to find a reason why
Pick your battles
this
better.
is
Like,
going
she's there.
on.
Listen, she
Yeah.
out there bad. Like, this is what men do, and men are masterful at it. We just gonna distance ourselves from it. Like, hey, bro, tripping, bro. Like, if you out there and you caught and there's just no defense, we get quiet. Like,
That is hilarious.
if that was a dude out there on something extra, right? And it's like, no, not matter of fact, it was, or this is what pisses me off about men. There's another one. I don't know if I sent it to you or not. The dude that was at the massage parlor
Hmm.
and he's getting a massage and he called the police and he's out there yelling at the thing because I guess she tried to give him a happy ending and he
Oh
claims
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he didn't know like what kind of place it was or whatever, and she went to go touch him and he was like, nah, like, what you doing? I represent Jesus Christ. And at first, when I saw the first video, I'm like, bro, is just out here talking. So then there was another video when I swiped and he's got his shirt off and he got attacked like Jesus
I love
Christ and
Jesus.
crossed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm representing Jesus and I
I'm
got a
with
wife
this.
and da da da. I was like, oh, yeah, okay, he. But then you got people like, oh, he knew where he was going and he just clout chasing and I was like, okay, free Deshaun Watson then, right?
Mm.
Because if you knew what you was going there for, isn't it the same? So when women do it, it's like, oh, they didn't know he like, and they were the ones doing the massages,
Yeah.
right? So you didn't say no to him, like, oh, his status, and he was making you touch him and do all this. Really? Like, you said he didn't rape you or nothing like that, but he's wrong because what you chose to do, and you were coerced in doing it. Here's this man who she was trying to touch him and he was like no, and he's wrong. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I'm
I
just
mean,
like,
sometimes you can't make sense out of all of it. I try, but
or
sometimes
or
I hear
or
stuff and I'm
any
like,
of it. Yeah,
ladies, I don't get it.
right. I don't, ladies, I love y'all, but I don't get it. One thing I do before we wrap it up, um and we might have to talk about this later. I don't know why we missed it. The teaser with Keke Palmer and
Oh
Usher.
yeah. Hmm. I mean, well, because we really did a whole we probably did a couple of shows with Kiki, but I think we talk about petty and trolling. I mean, first of all, do
Did
we
she
even
break
know
up with
what
old boy?
happened? That's it. What even happened? Did they
Right.
break up? Hashtag Boo contends this is all publicity stunt. because everything
I
is
mean, at
tagged
this
with Big
point, yeah,
Boss. Everything is just like, maybe they
yeah.
did all this just so we could be paying attention to whatever other things she had coming down the pipe.
I think they flipped it. I think the initial concert scene and all that. I think that was real. I think the tweet was real, and then now it's like this is the spin, right?
Hmm.
I will say this: if they did break up, Usher is trash. Like, like, bro.
God, he's
Oh, you bro, you wrong for that.
Ursher, baby. Hmm.
Like, yeah, you like, hey, if I don't get,
That is hilarious. I mean, it's not hilarious because
nah, it's funny,
it
it's
could
messed
be,
up, but
but
it's
it's
funny because dude,
crazy.
like every dude wants to be in that position. Like that's the biggest middle finger. It's a middle finger regardless.
Yeah.
Like even if y'all are still together and you going along with it, like, bro, her dude or ex dude, whatever, her baby daddy look bad no matter how you spin it.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like this happened. You did the whole thing. You had some dudes caping for you, and now Ursha's like, now I got your chick in my.
In my video
In
called
my
Boyfriend or something, right? Like, ain't it?
oh, yeah,
A
yeah.
mess. It's a mess.
But that's I mean, it's genius, but at the same time. So
Mm-hmm.
we gotta wrap it up, y'all. We'll make a post so we can kind of discuss the Kiki Palmer Ursh teaser in more detail and maybe do a pop-up live or something like that. Can
Yeah,
talk about the
and
marketing.
I'm gonna say I didn't watch the teaser, so I didn't. This is the first that I'm even hearing.
Oh, that's what he said. I heard your boyfriend looking for me.
That's crazy.
Uh, uh,
That is insane.
nah, you gotta get punched. You gotta get punched.
That is off the. That is off the chain. Yeah, no, these people have to be working together. This has to be a collaboration
I
of
just
like,
hope
let's just make this work for all of us
for
and
his
play this.
sake, for the baby
Yeah,
daddy's sake, I hope he's in on it. That's all I can say about
that,
that.
yeah, no,
I hope
no,
he's
it
in on it.
has to be. Has to be.
I couldn't see myself being in on it. Like,
I wonder why Usher would even. I mean, yes, it's genius for him. He's gonna get, people looking for a single, but I'm just saying, like, if it's not all of them working together, like I would just wouldn't want to be involved with this messiness. I'd be like, y'all got it.
listen, nah, it's look.
That is crazy. Thanks,
And
D, because I hadn't even I
I will
saw it in
uh
passing, but I've been moving around all day, so I listening
I
to audio.
mean
I had no idea.
the sinister side of me loves it because back in the day, that's something I absolutely would have done.
I
Like,
heard your boyfriend was
oh, your
looking.
boyfriend looking for me? Cool. Cause
Sheesh.
what? Cause what's he gonna do? Right? Like if you never want to get in another relationship, like if you try to do something to Usher after that whole situation, you looked bad according to the world for what you did initially, right? The world came
Mhm.
after you. The backlash, you probably lost your girl. We don't know, right? And then now Usher did it. And then if you react to this, you look even worse. Usher took all of the wins.
Hmm.
He took all of the wins from this
All,
situation.
all.
So it's masterful. So final thoughts for the week.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
When we're talking about one thing, it's cool to have final thoughts. When we have these kind of shows, I'm like, I don't have
The variety show.
a yeah, I don't have a final thought. Yeah, I gotta remember what the hell we're talking about.
You
Oh,
had WYD,
everything.
you had
WYD.
Ciara's.
Yeah, I'll probably tack on to that. Like, ladies, again, don't make it harder for yourself than it needs to be. I am absolutely for, you know, getting the best and having standards and all of those types of things. But I think what we choose sometimes to hang our hats on, it just like in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Um, and you may find yourself dying on a hill that, you might not see any difference. Like continue to date people, and you might continue to experience this one little whatever that is. We're talking about WYD, but it could be anything. Um, but also, I feel like, if it's that important to you, you got to do what you can live with. And I personally I think that's very small. But if that's something that you are like, absolutely positively not, then maybe having the conversation with the person. And actually, before you even have the conversation with the person, ask yourself, like, why does this matter to me so much? Right? Like, if it's something that I'm going to take to my husband that I don't like, I'm sure of why I don't like it, and I'm gonna talk to him about it. I think if we really got down to the crux of it, just like, why does this bother you so much? Oh, because they're not putting forth any effort. What type of effort does 3 words versus 3 letters denote to you? Right? Like, drill it down and figure out, is it something that I'm just like, again, putting up a barrier to something or somebody that might actually be cool. They may not be the one, but they might be the one for right now. Who absolutely knows? But yeah, you might not be giving yourself the opportunity to be able to find that out for yourself. And if your goal is to be in a relationship or to get married, I'm going to tell you, like, none of it is going to be perfect. You're absolutely not perfect. They're not perfect. You have
Ooh,
to determine
don't
what are the deal
don't tell them
breakers.
the secret. Don't tell them the secret
Yeah. Yeah.
that they're
It's
not
not,
perfect.
no, you're not perfect. They're not perfect. But it's about making sure that you connect with the person that you really like, that you'll love, and that you want to do life with, even with all the imperfections.
Boom. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna stay on the same vein, right? And this might be a provocative statement, but if your offerings matched your expectations, there is no way that you would still be out here looking, right? We present ourselves as this prize, and then set up all these hoops for people to jump through because our value is somehow higher than theirs, and they need to adhere to what we expect, lest we be done away with them, right? And so we operate of this fashion as if everybody has something to prove to us, right? And when we're talking relationships, I can't remember the last time somebody made a post about what they offer, right? It's always what they expect or what somebody didn't do, and they said this, and they texting this, that, and the third, and you're still sitting there without what it is that you're seeking because somebody won't jump through your hoops. You see what I'm saying? And these hoops have zero to do with their character, zero to do with the kind of man or woman they are in a relationship, because you won't allow it to get that far to even find out, because these little petty hoops and barriers that you set up seem to me more important. And maybe it's a defense mechanism to keep you from really having to put forth effort in a relationship, right? It's like, let me cancel them for 3 letters so that I don't have to do the work and actually put into a relationship, right? Like, there are far more idiosyncrasies and stuff like that that you're gonna have to get used to. Somebody may not be as clean as you. Somebody may not wash the dishes at night before y'all go to bed. Somebody might snore. Somebody might do that clear they sign thing, right? But they're a great and awesome person, and there's just little things. It's like, oh, I hate when you do that, right? They might leave hair in the sink after a shave or something like that, and you got to be like, can you clean this up, right? But are
Yeah.
those little things enough to just cancel somebody and postpone the life you say you want for that? Because I think so many people are afraid of the work that it really takes, right? Past Once we get past the petty stuff, right? It's like those people that want this big extravagant wedding but have zero. But I don't want to go to marriage counseling. No, I don't need somebody to tell me how
Yeah.
to, right? It's like you want the wedding, but you don't want the marriage. You want the looks. You want to my husband and my wife to death. It looks good on social media, but when the cameras are off and when you log off, who are you
Life.
really?
Mm-hmm.
Right? When you really have to life,
Yeah.
right? Because even when we do this show, y'all, we aren't always like before y'all get that countdown and we start the show and I'm coming up. Sometimes we behind here like bro,
It's going
and
down.
and we're talking about how life is life for us, and then the camera comes on and we're like, hey,
Right.
and we do this, and then we click that button and broadcast in it, and we like, bro, because life is still happening, right? So you know, don't
So,
pity
but being
yourself.
with somebody that you can go through that with
Yeah,
is a blessing. And if
right.
you continue to find fault with
Everything.
everybody,
Yeah, then you
you
gonna be
might not
alone,
get there. Yeah.
And I'm not counting myself out of that number. I know I got my things, but y'all, come on, WYD though, for real. And y'all be answering too. Y'all be talking, and I be WYD and some of y'all, and y'all be answering. So nothing. Hey, stranger. Like I'm gonna send 3 WYD texts tonight just to see what the
That is
response is like.
hilarious.
So y'all, that's been another live. We enjoy y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in and
Absolutely.
riding with us. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure that y'all send it out and get some more subscriptions. Y'all, we are so close to our next goal. So we really, really need y'all
Yes,
help
let's
on
pick up these subscription. We were on a roll and now it's like a little
then
trickle.
y'all.
Turn the
Yeah,
faucet on.
right. I'm gonna start shaming y'all in a minute. Y'all ain't even sharing the show. Right.
Yeah, we know
So
that you all are faithful watchers and subscribers, but share with your
yeah.
friends.
All right. So until next time, y'all, always remember.
Be free to be you.
We love y'all. See y'all next
Take
week.
care. Have a great week. Bye.